Look what somebody brought me. I guess they found out I was running out of donor metal. We'll recycle some more Chevys. Darn, that Bondo Bill guy sure gets around, don't he? Alright. I guess I'll show you how I bend a piece of metal. Just line up on the mark, and up you go. Alright, so I thought I'd show you this patch I'm making. This is a rusty old piece I cut out, and I'm going to try to duplicate that. I've made this, gotten this far on this piece, started the bend on the brake, and then I put it on here and clamped a piece of steel on it and bent the rest of that out and hammered it out straight. And now I need to put this curve in it, which I'm going to do in my little rig here on the vise. Let me get that ready and I'll show that to you. Alright, I got a round piece on here welded on a piece of steel that I clamp in the vise. This is an old pin. I think that's a kin pin out of a 416 cat backhoe. And I've clamped down a piece of steel here in the back so that I've made a line where I want the center of the bend to be, and I've cut this right here, which will allow it to bend, because as you know, when it's got a angle on it there, it makes it stronger and harder to bend. We'll slip that in there like so. Line up my marks and bend it. And then before I go too far, I'll check it against my other piece. Looks like I got a little ways to go yet. I'll slide it up just a little this time. Give her a few taps with a hammer. And that's just about perfect. Now I've got to put that in it. That might be a little bit of a trick. I got it trimmed up so it fits in there pretty good. I laid the patch in the way it's going to fit. Stuck my Sharpie up through the body mount hole. Drew a little circle. Now I'm going to drill a hole there. That way I know where the center of my hole is going to be. And then I need to find something about that size. Probably heat it up with a torch and beat that down in there. Then I'll lay it back in there and fine tune the center of the hole. Looking around here, I think I found just the thing. This is an old idler pulley. I switched out on something. That shape right there is just about perfectly the same. So I'm going to mount that up in the vise and beat that piece of metal down in there, and I should come close to pretty much that shape. Alright, we're ready to go. Looks like that's about as far as it wants to go. Just get a shorter bolt. That's probably what I need. Pulled the bearing up. That's what happened. Alright, so we regrouped here. What happened was I started tightening it up and it pulled the bearing out. So it's a good idea for a bearing puller. So I got me an old washer here. I'm going to reuse that spacer, stick it on the bottom and try it again. Should still work just fine. Get it centered. Hope the air compressor don't turn on. Bumping the camera with my hose. Alright, that's got a good start on it. It's kind of rippled up here, but that's easily straightened out. I'm going to go do that right now, and then we'll probably have to do a little more work with a hammer in there. I'm going to beat on it a little bit here. This vise clamps real hard on one side more than it does the other. Other than that, it's okay. It's a good vise, it just don't clamp very good. I guess somebody put something pretty big in it one time and used a bar. Pretty close. It's getting there. Working on it a little bit more here. Well, we got it straightened back out, and looks like it lines up pretty good. Might need to tweak that hole just a little bit, but I'm gonna weld that in tomorrow night. That's where I got you, a bridge Chev truck. Had to stick you on something metal. Chevaholic's still up there. It's not. Shouldn't be lonely. Ain't very far apart.